Dimitri Stewart was 5 years old when he and his brother were adopted from an orphanage in a small town near Moscow. It would be a rocky road living with his adoptive American parents.
Didn't really feel like I was their kid.
When he was a young teenager, after years of strained relations and after his parents had biological children of their own, the Stewarts decided it was time to find him a new home. And that's when they turned to the internet.
There's a lot of underground groups where people want to get through disruptive adoptions and stuff like that.
Eventually, the internet search led the Stewarts to Megan Exxon. Exxon moderated a website that helped find new homes for children. That's how Dimitri's parents found Nicole Eason. Eason advertised herself as an aspiring mother that ran a homeschool. Dimitri found out that this was far from the truth.
It was just this little tiny shack, basically. And I kind of looked at my dad, I was like, no, you can't be serious.
It was clear that his new home was no homeschool.
There wasn't even a desk there to do homework.
She didn't even make you go to school?
Yeah, she gave me the option to go to school or not. I think they had a biological kid that was taken away from them from the state, so they weren't allowed to have any more kids, and that's why they were doing this underground thing.
The living situation didn't last long. A month after being dropped off, Exxon was shocked to learn more information about who the Easons really were.
Nicole had been married to a man who was a pedophile, and that she could not get a home study due to their finances. We got into the car and we drove to get them.
It's becoming more common for hopeful parents to turn to the internet to find children. Websites like parentprofile.com. The site claims to be the #1 registry of adoption parent profiles. Here, birth parents can sift through hundreds of profiles of parents hoping to adopt. While many parents looking to adopt take matters into their own hands. They turn to social media and create their own websites. Many turn to sites like Craigslist. In the adoption section of the classified advertising site, parents can find advice. Expecting mothers announce they're looking for parents, and couples announce they're looking to adopt. These days, private adoptions are far more common. Traditional adoption agencies are becoming a thing of the past. According to DC-based nonprofit Families for Private Adoption, 70% of newborn adoptions in the region are private independent adoptions. It's unclear how many of them were facilitated on the internet, where it's harder to regulate the transactions between families.
You both have to have lawyers. You have to do things legally. This is not an easy way to adopt.
After the traumatizing ordeal, Dimitri moved to this group home outside Atlanta. He feels safe with his new guardians in this quaint home in a nice suburban neighborhood. Today, he has words of caution for families turning to the internet to adopt.
You just never know who's gonna be out there looking for kids. I mean, there's sick people out there everywhere.
In Marietta, Georgia, Liz Wall, RT.